Hello, my beloved psychopaths, and welcome back! You may notice there's a bit something different with me today. Oh my god! No costume! What's going on? Well, this isn't really a Siron show video. It's much more personal, so I didn't feel like it was appropriate to wear my crazy, wacky costume. This, by the way, is what I look like on my streams, which you can check out on twitch.tv/The Siron Show. I don't stream too often, sadly, mostly because of my living situation, but if I'm on there, check me out. It's pretty fun. Also, this video is unscripted, so expect some rambling and a lot of cuts. That's just gonna happen like this. It just didn't feel appropriate to write a script for this. So, I just caught up with One Piece. I finished watching One Piece. If you watch One Piece, do it with the One Piece cut. It's much better. It's fan-made. Whatever. Check it out. onepiece.net. So I just got done watching that and finished with all the rest of the episodes that are not yet out in the One Piece cut. And I've been following the manga for a while with like teching and Roger Space videos and streams. Man, this feels weird. Running out of One Piece. I never thought the day would come. Of course, I will be following One Piece with the manga and stuff, but it just feels weird being caught up. So I just wanted to talk a bit about my journey with One Piece and what it means to me. I tried to start watching One Piece when I was in early high school. Like it was a while ago. And I tried it. I had a roommate in my dorm who really loved One Piece, and he always told me to check it out. I had been watching anime for a bit then, but it was like the first long running thing I tried to watch. And I started watching it, and I watched it in the German dub, because my main language is German, if you didn't know. And man, looking back now, the German dub is so awful. It's horrible. I could make a whole video about that. And I might. Because, honestly, I don't know how I got that far. Because, I dropped One Piece. But I did get pretty far for a normal anime's length. When I started, I got all the way through the East Blue. And, man, when I picked it back up, I only remembered that, of course, Mihawk was cool. That the beginning was meh, and that Arlong Park was either the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. Luckily, I later found out it was great. Anyways, I watched a bit further still at my first attempt with the German dub, and I got all the way until the very beginning of Alabasta. And if you don't know my opinion on these arcs in the earlier parts of One Piece, you can check out my my arc tier list video that I did with Tyler Doe. So yeah, those early Baroque works arcs I didn't love too much, and especially with the German dub. Man, I swear, a bad dub can rob scenes of all of their impact. Like I didn't feel anything for the Luffy save me moment in Arlong Park. Because just the dub didn't make it emotional. And that's why I really appreciate the original dub. Because, man, just listening to that voice acting, that can bring tears to my eyes. Good voice acting is, like, crucial for me. And that's why I'm becoming a voice actor. I got all the way up to early Alabasta, and I still remember that Drum Island was a real drought for me. Because the worst voice in all of One Piece, German One Piece, is Chopper. Oh my god. I mean, maybe I'll play a clip right here, because it's so bad. Chopper, you know, he's this cute little thing in the original dub. And in German, he's this!
Das Königreich drum.
Anyways, disgusting! But yes, that is when I originally dropped it, at my first attempt. And I really didn't feel like trying again for a while. But after a while, last year, probably sometime, I started watching Nux videos. And from Nux, I came to the Rand Cafe. And from Rand Cafe, I was introduced to Tekking. If you don't know Tekking, check him out. He's awesome. Having him on the Rand Cafe episodes made me want to check out his videos. So I did. And all he ever talked about was One Piece. So I started watching all of his content. And I fell in love with One Piece. despite not having watched it for years. But eventually, after watching so many teching videos that I was spoiled on everything, I decided to pick it back up. And I picked it up right at the beginning of Alabasta. I decided to not rewatch all of the beginning, and I'm glad I didn't. But when I picked it back up, and I watched Alabasta a bit further, if you remember Alabasta, it's an amazing arc. Damn. The whole thing with Crocodile and the Mr. Prince moment, everything about that. Alabasta is really good. By that point, I fell in love with One Piece. And it's sad that it took me that long. It took me years and years. Also, one thing that really helped me out was that I heard Nax talking about how he watched it at like 4 times speed. So I tried messing with the speed a little bit. And I found out that if One Piece gets slow, watch it at 2 times speed. If One Piece just feels normal, watch it at 1.5 times the speed, because then it feels like a real anime. One Piece, like, the whole thing is so slow in the anime. It feels like literally they put everything on slow-mo. Anyways, that really helped me out too. And luckily I fell in love with Alabasta, because then the next arc, Skypiea, I didn't love too much. And I probably, if I didn't love Alabasta that much and knew already how amazing it would get later on, I would have probably dropped it at Skypiea. And I know lots of people love that arc, but I just don't. I don't feel it. But by that point I was already lost. I loved One Piece and I watched it always. Of course, after Skypiea we get to the whole Water 7 story. We don't talk about what's in between there. And Water 7, if you don't know, Usopp is my favorite character in One Piece after Luffy. The whole storyline with Usopp and Frankie there and Usopp versus Luffy, that's still one of my favorite parts of One Piece. To this day, Luffy versus Usopp is probably my favorite episode in all of One Piece. Because just that fight, the conclusion of that fight with Luffy walking away in tears, that made some tears come to my psychotic eyes. Of course, by that point I was knee deep in. I loved every arc since, and I know that I love a lot of arcs much more than some people. I really enjoyed Thriller Bark, which I know many people don't, and I loved Fishman Island and stuff. And in general, I heard a lot of negative things about post timeskip, which is weird, because I've been loving post timeskip so much. Might also be because from Dressrosa onward, I switched to the One Pace edit. That just makes it so much better. I felt that immediately. I had really low expectations for post timeskip. I heard a lot of bad things about Fishman Island. I heard a lot of bad things about Dressrosa, and even more bad things about Whole Cake Island. And I love Fishman Island. I don't get the hate for it. Well, I get it, but I don't agree with it. And the only arc post timeskip that I feel like didn't deliver was Punk Hazard. It just felt like a lot of running around and nothing much happening. Then getting back into Dressrosa. Dressrosa is one of the greatest arcs. I know people like Nax and Tekking who read the manga for it really hyped it up, and others who just watched the anime really said it's slow. And me with One Piece, I felt like it was good, but it didn't surpass my expectations so much like Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island was one of my favorite parts in the whole story. I swear, it's like in my top 3 now. It's probably Water 7, Marineford, Whole Cake Island. Man, is it good. Maybe Wano might overtake it now that I think about it, because Wano has been amazing so far. And I hope it delivers with everything to come. Everybody hates it on Whole Cake, and it's probably because they read it weekly. But me, I really loved everything about it. I loved the side characters. I love Big Mom. And of course, Katakuri is one of the greatest foes. I don't know what to call him. He's not really a villain, I guess. One of the greatest of all time. And now I got into Wano, and I've watched and read Wano up until where we are. And that arc has been surpassing all of my expectations. The whole world building aspects, the side characters, all the smiling people and everything around that, I just really enjoy it. And the fights, the animation has been gorgeous. Like, Toei really stepped up their game after Whole Cake, like with the Wano with a Wano art style change and stuff. So I've been really enjoying that too. And now I've run out. And it feels weird. I want to watch more. More! Oda, give me more! The last year especially, I always felt a kind of drought with anime. I didn't feel like watching a lot of stuff. But whenever I didn't feel like watching anything, I could go and watch One Piece. Because One Piece just worked all the time. So now, running out of it, and not having One Piece to fall back to, that just kind of feels weird. And I don't know how to feel about that. Because of course, the whole ride was amazing, and I love it. It's like one of my favorite anime ever, and my favorite stories ever. But now running out of it, and having to wait each week, that's kind of sad for me. So yeah, now that I've run out of One Piece, a lot of spots for other anime to watch are made free now. I already planned for the droughts of after One Piece ahead for a while. Next I'll be probably watching Monster, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, cause that's supposed to be a classic, but nobody has seen it. And somewhere in there I will get to Bleach. I've already watched Naruto, so not that. And I've watched Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that. So the next shonen thing will probably be Bleach, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as One Piece, sadly. Even though it's probably gonna be fine. One Piece is just one of the greatest stories and one of the most unique stories of all time. Like, what story goes on for 1,000 chapters and more to come? And never gets old, and it just gets better and better and better. Wano is one of the most amazing arcs so far. It just gets better. And I don't think there's many or any stories out there that are like that. And it's gonna be sad to sit there and have to wait. But anyways, that's what I'll have to do. Maybe I'll start rewatching it, who knows. But yeah, that's it. And that's my journey with One Piece. It's so strange. It's always been there, like for the last year and a half. It's always been there. And now it's not gonna be there every week. I mean, it's gonna be there almost every week, but not all the time. Like, man, I really love One Piece. I'm gonna make a whole watch One Piece video. And if you haven't watched One Piece yet and you've come this far, please go on this journey. This is I'm not gonna tell you that it's a series you just put on and watch, because that's not what it is. It's a journey you go on together with the Straw Hats, together with the community. It's much more than just a story. And if you realize that, and if you are ready to go on that journey, and if you're ready to understand that the beginning isn't the best thing of all time, and it will get much better. It's not bad, but it will get much better. Then it's gonna be one of the most amazing things you can ever experience, I think. I don't feel like any show has gotten close to replicating that. I'm not saying it's my favorite show of all time. I can't say that it isn't, because it's a very unique experience. And yeah, I enjoyed this journey. I'm happy to see where it will go in the future, even though I'm sad that I can't binge through it now. But anyways, I'm caught up now. I'm with all of you who read it weekly. And that's... On one hand, it's sad. On one hand, I'm really excited. Because now, everything's gonna be new for me. No spoilers anymore. Hooray! And with that being said, my Straw Hat loving friends, even though my journey with One Piece has slowed down and kind of halted now, this journey we are on together is not gonna end anytime soon. So, hell yeah! Smash like and gomu gomu no bazooka that subscribe button for more! I'm excited to see where the story goes. I'm excited to see where the future goes. I'm just excited. One Piece makes you happy, and that's what's good about it. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. And don't forget that One Piece is our only hope. And smile. Motherfucker!